You know what really grinds my gears?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. Hope you're having a pleasant day. It is January 20th, 2026. In this episode, we're going to talk Vikings. We're going to play GM. We're going to try and fix the Vikings. The Vikings are well over 30 plus million in the hole as far as the salary cap. They have off-field issues. They have coaching issues. They got a lot of hard decisions to make. And I have some ideas on how I think the Vikings should change for the better. We're going to trade a couple players. We're going to try and get some draft capital for this draft because there's some good players in this draft. It's not going to be as good as next year. A lot of people are saying next year, 2027, it's going to be really good. And this is a do or die for Kwesi, the general manager, and Kevin O'Connell, the head coach. Their job's on the line. If we don't do good this coming next season, it's over. They're going to get fired. Especially considering this coaching cell. Coaching changes around the league this year has really popped off. A lot of big names have been let go and are going elsewhere, which means next coaching carousel at the end of next season is going to be not as good, I predict. So that leads me to this question. Do you trade Kevin O'Connell to a team that is interested in him for draft capital and go after one of the big fish this year? Big fish being, Mike Tomlin, Kevin Stefanski, who got picked up by the Falcons, obviously. John Harbaugh, who got picked up by the Giants, so he's off the table. Sean McDermott, who just got fired in Buffalo, which I still think is a bullshit move. Buffalo got screwed out of the playoffs, but I've already said that in the last episode, so I'm not going to worry about that. Or you offer the job to Brian Flores. You promote him from defensive coordinator to head coach, and then let him run things and say F the league in the lawsuit against them. You keep Brian Flores here. You let him take over. You have the draft capital for Kevin O'Connell. And you go from there. Well, in this scenario with the draft simulator I'm going to be using, we can only trade players and draft picks. So we're not going to trade Kevin O'Connell. We're going to keep him for one more year. But we are going to trade some players. And I'm going to get to that in a little bit. So my thought process is, how are they going to get under the salary cap? They're over the cap by like 30 plus million. They got to make some decisions. Obviously, they overspent in the last couple of off seasons. This last one being the worst one. The one in 2024 was pretty good. It worked out. But the free agents they got this time around, not so much. So cap casualties that I would consider off the bat are Ryan Kelly, the center. He's had 3 concussions this last year. He's got like 6 total in his career. He needs to retire. He needs to just be done. So the Vikings need to do him a favor and just cut him. It'll save a little bit of money. Next one, I would restructure Brian O'Neill. Even though I've been banging on the table for the last couple of seasons, 3 now, that they need to find his successor because the injuries are piling up. And yes, he's still good, but he can't be relied on to stay healthy for 17 games a season. But he's still good. And with the free agent pool not as good at tackle, there's some good pieces in the draft. Maybe you can pick one up in the draft, and that can be your success for Brian O'Neill. I would go that route. And also Christian Darrisaw, too. He's been dealing with injuries the last couple seasons, including the one he tore his ACL last year. And then all this year, it's been off and on, trying to get him on and off the field. And he can't stay healthy either, so you have to think about him as well, even though he's younger and still some more years left. But his reliability, especially this past season, has not been great. So I would restructure Brian O'Neill. The biggest one is T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end. For the contract we got and signed him to, he has not produced. He's been injured. He had the ACL tear from a couple seasons ago, and the numbers aren't good. He hasn't produced on the field, and with the money he's making, he should be doing a lot better, and he's just not. And a lot of people can say, "Oh, it's quarterback play and all that crap." It doesn't matter. Even with the quarterback in play, the targets to T.J. Hockenson, he's got to do a better job, and he hasn't been doing that. I personally think Hockenson is a cap casualty. I think he's going to get cut. I could see him being restructured, but for this exercise, he's gone. He's cut. He's gone. Same with Aaron Jones. Can't stay healthy. He's on the wrong side of 30. He can produce a little bit, but we need to get younger. We need an explosive back. Therefore, Aaron Jones, you're out of here. We have Jordan Mason we got from the trade last offseason. He's going to stick around. We have Xavier Scott. He's good. I like his potential. So I think Aaron Jones is going to be a cap casualty as well. And then, of course, you have some other players on the roster. I'm not going to get into all of them, but I think they'll be cut to save money. You need to cut enough players so you can get under the cap so you can go after free agents that might become available. Guys like center Tyler Linderbaum from the Ravens, there's a chance he could become available. I would love Linderbaum. I've wanted him out of college before. I wanted us to draft him, and we didn't get him. The Ravens got him. If he becomes available and we can get under the cap and get enough room to get a decent player in free agency, he's the one I want. And right now, if I'm looking at the free agent list, he's the only one I want. And then I can go build the rest of the holes through the draft. So, what are we going to do about trading players? Two come to mind. Number one, the biggest elf in the room is Jordan Addison. He's been in trouble with the law again. He got arrested this past week or two down in Florida for trespass. He was in a casino in Florida, was told to leave. It was like 3 a.m. Refused to leave. Security escorted him out. He still refused. He got arrested. It was released today. They will not be pressing charges on him. So, great. He's not going to have another charge on him, but it just shows his character. He can't stay out of trouble, and he's continuing to be a head case for the Minnesota Vikings. Excuse me. On the field, he's a talented young guy, but we have the 5th-year option coming up on him with the off-field stuff. Maybe it would be best to send him to a team that could use a receiver, maybe a number 2 or number 1 for another team. And that would allow the Vikings to re-sign Jalen Naylor, who did have a good year this year with the Vikings. He's the fastest on the team. That's why his nickname is Speedy. I think he'd be a complimentary number 2 with Justin Jefferson. And then you have Miles Price, Ty Felton that can compete for that 3 receiver, or you can go and draft one in the draft. Another player I would consider trading is Jonathan Grenard on defense. He had a pretty good year. Injuries caught up to him a little bit. When he was out, Dallas Turner stepped in, did a marvelous job in his spot. Turner came in games for Van Ginkel and wasn't as successful as he was in the Grenard role. So I think you can definitely get somebody for draft capital for Grenard, and then that elevates Dallas Turner into the starter he should be. That we drafted him for a couple years ago. It took a little bit of time for Dallas Turner to grow, but I think he's proven he can handle it, especially in that Grenard role. So in our scenario, we're going to trade Grenard. We're going to trade Addison. I'm going to look at the other players that we have available, and then we'll go from there.
I want a mock!
Okay, so I am on the draft simulator, NFLDraftBuzz.com. We are the Vikings, and this is what it looks like. We have a 7-round mock draft. We can trade draft picks this year and next year, 2027. We can trade players. It shows the draft prospects in the middle, It shows the teams in the list that they're going to be drafted, what order. The Raiders had the number 1 pick. It's pretty much a given they're going to take Fernando Mendoza. If they don't, they're idiots. Please don't mind the pop-up ads that keep popping up over here. I'll kill them as fast as I can. But here you can see the team that's the pick that's up, the team that's picking, their needs, and so forth and so forth. So if you come down here to 18, here we are. It says we have the 18th pick in the first round. We need linebacker, corner, and running back. I kind of agree with linebacker. I don't think it's our top need. I think safety is definitely in play. Corner, center, and running back. And I also am looking at tackle. And there's a few guys I'm interested in looking at. I would love to get my hands on Jeremiah Love. The Vikings need an explosive running back. They haven't had one since Adrian Peterson. Dalvin Cook was good, but he was not explosive. Adrian Peterson was explosive. Cook was good. He had a little explosiveness, but not as great as Peterson was. We need somebody like that. I would love to get my hands on Jeremiah Love, but unfortunately, I would have to trade up to get him because he's top 3 right now. And if I'm looking at this right, you got teams, first 4 probably don't need a running back. Giants have Scadaboo. They don't need a running back. The Browns could take him. I can see a team like the Saints, the Chiefs. They have Pachenko. I could see Dallas definitely taking him. So if we're going to trade to get Jeremiah Love, we'd have to trade up. But there's going to be other running backs available. Don't get me wrong. There's some good quality running backs in the second round. Love's counterpart in Notre Dame, Jadarian Price, he's pretty good too. Jonah Coleman out of Washington, he's pretty good. So if I miss out on Love, that's no big deal. We would have to trade the farm up to get him. So I'm probably leaning towards not getting him. Unless he drops to 18 and he just happens to be sitting there, then obviously that's going to be something I'm going to look into. Another player I'm looking in is Spencer Fennell. He's a tackle out of Utah. I've heard good things about him. I really want him. He's ranked 14th. There's a chance he could slide down to us at 18. I would like to pick him up as the heir apparent to Brian O'Neill. Tight end, a lot of them are mocking Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon to the Vikings. I am not going to draft a tight end in the first round. I think we can wait on that, get one later on in the draft. As far as corner, defensive backs, Caleb Downs is the best one, but he's going to be in the top 10. We're not going to reach him. Mansur Delaney, a corner out of LSU. He would be a good fit. A lot of people are mocking him to the Vikings if he drops that far. Jermond McCoy out of Tennessee. He'd be a decent pick. Avion Terrell, AJ's son, out of Clemson. He's mocked to the Vikings. He's ranked 19th. He could fall to us possibly. So it's a decent class for corners and safeties. So we have our options. So before we start the draft, let's work on trades. We're going to make a trade. We're going to trade Jordan Edson to a team that's in the playoffs right now that needs a number 1 or 2. Or a team that just got bounced out of the playoffs. Let's take a look at who needs receiver that's down here that could maybe give me a first-round pick for Jordan Addison. So, Seahawks, I'm not going to send them a receiver. They have Njigba. Denver, that's a possibility. Patriots, possibility. 49ers could have a guy with Ayuk. The Buffalo Bills, we could do the whole Stephon Diggs scene, trading Jordan Addison to them. to get the pick. Of course, that turned out to be Justin Jefferson. We could do that. Browns have multiple first-round picks, I believe. We could trade him to them. Eagles, I don't think they need a receiver. Steelers, we have options. So let's trade Addison. Here he is. We're going to add him to the trade list. And we're going to send him. We're going to see what the Bills. Let's start with the Browns. Let's see if they give me number 6. I doubt it, but we'll try it. It says, yeah. It says likely 0. We'd have to give up more for that. So let's get out of there. They have the 24th pick. Again, rejected. I'd have to give up something. So that's not going to happen as a fucking ad pops up. We might not be able to get a first round pick, but we might be able to get like a second round pick. We could probably get a second if I click on that. Even then, they don't. Oh, take the first off. Yeah, I still don't want to do it. So I'm not going to trade him to the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns! So we're going to change this again. God, I hate these ads. I like this draft simulator, but I hate this. The pop-ups. They pop up in the worst spot. So let's pick another team. Let's do the Bills instead. All right. Would the Bills give us 26? No, they would not. We'd have to give up more. So I'm not going to give them. That one is a little better, but still kind of whatever. So let's go back. Jesus criminy. Well, okay, let's adjust this. So I'm looking for. I think I'm looking for a second. Okay. I have 2/3. Okay, so let's trade team. So they're giving me a 2 and a 4 and for Jordan Addison. So we're giving them Jordan Addison and a 3rd. Number 97 overall. They're going to send me 2nd round pick and a 4th round pick. Let's see if they take it. They took it. So Jordan Addison's been traded. So we didn't get a 1st round pick, but we did pick up a pick in 2nd and 4th round. So that's good. So now we're going to offer a trade for Jonathan Gennard. I don't think I'm going to trade anybody else. Guys that are probably going to get cut, I'm not going to worry about them. See, they got Adam Thielen still listed on here, and he got cut a long time ago. So we're not going to worry about trading guys that I think are going to get cut. Get rid of this ad. So who do I think would take Grenard? Jets would be a good one. They could use a help. But they're not going to give me the number 2 pick. That's for damn sure. Maybe 16? Nope. How about 2nd round pick? No, but they're thinking about it. They got 2 2nd round picks. How about 44? Nope, they won't do that either. Get these ads out of my way. They don't have a 4th, unfortunately. So, how about this? They give me 16. and I adjust my offer. I'll give them 49 and a third. And I'll give them a 6. Oh, never mind on the 6. God damn it, just as I went to click it. That stupid ad. A 5. We'll see if they do this. They're probably not going to do it. I'm going to offer the trade. So Grenard and a handful of picks to move up to the first. Would they do that? They rejected. Okay. That's fine. Make a trade. I want to check some here. Grenard, he's a defensive end. So let's see what other teams need defensive help. I could probably trade. I guess the Jets don't need a defensive end. Cincinnati might need help. Let's offer him to one of the teams in the playoffs right now. Let's offer him. San Fran would be an interesting one. Patriots. They would take him? Really? So they'll take Jonathan Gennard for a first round pick. Seems a little. What else can they give me? Give me a third? Really? Offer the pick. Fuck. Okay, I am back. I had to restart the screen because it was just being. It does that from time to time. This simulator, and I don't know why. I remember that from last year. Pissed me off. So I redid the Addison trade to Buffalo. I got what I'm supposed to. So now let's do another trade. So Grenard. I think it was the Bengals. Where were the Bengals? Were the Patriots? It was the Patriots. Yeah. Were they really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, I need to offer players first. So defense, Jonathan Gennard, Patriots. Were they really interested in him? No, I didn't think so. Nah. So something was going on there. They will give a second for him. So let's do that. So a second round pick. End of the second. For Gennard. It's accepted. So that makes Dallas Turner a starter on defense. So Jordan Addison has been traded for a second and a fourth. Jonathan Gennard's been traded for a second. We now have 3 2s, so we could easily move up. We have 18. We could trade up. We're going to start the draft and see what happens. Mendoza goes number 1. Okay, we're going to stop. So Fano, the guy I wanted, went 5 to the Giants. So Mendoza, the quarterback, obviously number 1 pick. They got that right. And then the Jets took a defensive end edge rusher. I should have tried defensive. I should have sent them Gennard, but oh well. Another tackle went to the Cardinals. So tackles, another defensive lineman. Okay, Ty Simpson. Quarterback went to the Browns. Why are they taking quarterback? You got Gabriel Murphy. You got Gabriel and you got Shadur Sanders. Oh my God. Browns are browning. Okay. Jeremiah Love is still on the clock. Caleb Downs, who's a safety. We could really use a safety. I would trade up for him. I would trade up for Caleb Downs because we need an heir apparent to Harry the Hitman. Let's make a trade. Oh, hang on. So let's offer 2 of our firsts, or 2 of our seconds, excuse me. We have that 3. Let's call the Bungles. It says they won't take it, so I'm gonna adjust ours. I'm gonna give them. Where is it? I'm gonna offer the future first. Okay, so now they're talking. So if they give me, so if I offer them that, let's take this one off. Let's give them 49. Okay, that spices it up a little bit. Offer trade team. I'm gonna see if they give me a 3. Because I'm giving them 2 2s and next year's first to move up to the first, and I want an 8th and back. Let's see if they do it. I don't think they're gonna, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, they didn't. They rejected. Because I really want. I mean, other safeties are gonna show up, but I really want this kid. This kid's really good. All right, what if I pick swap? I really don't want to give. I got tons of 2s, so I can easily move back in the first and later end of the round. All right, let's give him 1. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give him 2 1s. I'm gonna give him both first round picks next year and this year. Bengals. Get this ad out of my way. You give me your first and give me your second. No, they still won't do it. Give me your third. Okay, they'll do that. And give me a 6. Offer. So they're getting 18 and a first next year. I'm getting 10, a third, and a 6. Let's see if they do that. They still rejected. They're going to take him. I'm going to keep it going. Yep, they wanted him. Wow, we're on the clock. And Jeremiah Love is still available. But now we have draft pick. We have trade offers for our 18th pick. They're offering me Danielle Hunter. They're offering me Danielle Hunter back, as well as second round pick, 2 second round picks, a 4th, a 3rd, and a 4th next year to get Danielle Hunter back. It gives me 2 second round picks in exchange. That's an interesting situation because, we do need linebacker help, and Danielle Hunter, we should have had him in the first place. We should have re-signed him or traded him for a haul, and we didn't. Quasey kind of fucked that one up. I don't think this would ever happen. That's a haul, though. But let's see what else they got here. What other one do we have here? We have 4 trade offers. How do I move to the next one? Oh, next offer, duh. Cowboys. Yeah, they want to move up because they want Jeremiah Love, who's sitting there in our lap right now. And they also want 4, a third, and a fourth next year. Yeah, screw them. Cleveland Browns. Nope. Chiefs, yeah. Oh, this Titans one is real. Texans one's really enticing because they're giving me two second round picks, a 4, and a 3 and a 4 next year, and Danielle Hunter back. This one's really, 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 really tempting. But I think they want the running back who's sitting there. I think the Texans want. I think they want him. Yeah, running back. That's who they want. But guess what? We need a running back as well. He's at the top of the board. We're going to stand pat. I am taking Jeremiah Love. He is the next big man in the running back room. Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings, Jeremiah Love. I am happy. And I'm trying to stop the draft, but it's not letting me. That's okay. Stop. It's not letting me stop. There's a glitch in this. That's okay. We got the guy I wanted. We got 3 picks in the second round. Yeah, so we're covered. So now we're getting offers from the Bears. Absolutely not. Kansas City Chiefs 3, a second, and a 5. We're gonna reject all of those. We're not trading up or trading back. At least not right now. So we are sitting at 49. We need linebacker and corner, as it claims. We are drafted Jeremiah Love, linebacker. We have Dylan Thieneman. I've been seeing a lot of mocks to get us. For us to get him, I'm going to take him because we need a center or safety. Excuse me. So I'm going to take him. And then next pick 80. All right, 60. Excuse me. We got 60 and 62, and then we have a third round pick. Broncos are offering a linebacker. Not interested. He's probably a bum. They're offering me 4-2 next year, 4 next year, and a 5 next year. Patriots are offering. Yeah, I'm not interested. Reject all. Says we need linebacker and corner. C.J. Allen, ranked 38th. We have a center, Jake Slaughter. We're sitting at 60. I do like center. I like this Connor Liu. He's ranked 65th. We got the Slaughter kid out of Florida. My mother-in-law would kill me if I didn't pick him. She's a Gator fan. And he's pretty good, too. And I don't think Connor Liu would make it to us at our... We got the next 2 picks, so I'm going to take... Oh, shit, this is hard. I'm going to make a trade. Because I fear that the Rams might take him. So I'm going to offer 62 and a 5th. And we're going to call the Rams. They're going to give me 61. Just to move up 1. They took it. Okay. So now I can take anybody I want the next 2 picks. So that's good. So I'm gonna take the linebacker. I'm gonna reject, and now I'm gonna take the center. So I take a linebacker, and now I'm gonna take center. And the Rams, I don't know who they just took. I got my guy though. So we've taken Jeremiah Love, the running back. We've taken Dylan Tiaman. We've taken linebacker C.J. Allen out of Georgia. We've taken center Jake Slaughter. That leaves us with Packers. No, we're not. We're not trading with Green Bay. Bills are offering a third, a fifth, a 7, a 4, and a 4 next year. Let's see who we got available. We're in the third. Got another running back. Linebacker Connor Liu. We already got center. I could pick up Love's teammate, have a 1-2 running back combo with him and trade Jordan Mason. I could do that. But we just got Jordan Mason, so I don't see the reason to do that. I'm gonna take this Keontae Scott. We do need a corner. So we don't need safety because I already took that in the second. So we're gonna take this corner that's sitting here in our lap. Get some help at corner. So this draft is going very good. We got 6, and 2 7s left for the end of this draft. So I'm liking what we're doing here. All right, we're on the clock. Says we need linebacker still, which is funny because I took a linebacker out of Georgia. So there is a quarterback here, 117. We're not going to take a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback. Well, a lot of people think we do. Tight end. We do need a tight end. I don't think I picked a tight end. Yeah, we don't. We do need a tight end. And after that, we have a 6th-round pick, so it's going to be a while. So we have Michael Trigg out of Baylor, ranked 120. That's a possibility. I think I'm going to take the tight end. We do need a tight end. Yeah, I'm going to take Michael Trigg. We need a tight end. And that leaves us with 3 picks left. We have 6 and 2 7s. It's not going to let me stop the draft, unfortunately. If I make a trade, nope, still going to keep playing, which is stupid. What's the point of having a button if it doesn't work? That's a glitch, just like everything else in this draft simulator, especially the trade glitch. That's fine. That's fine. I think we got the meat of the draft is what I already got. So the next 3 picks are pretty much BPA. So I'm quite happy with how this turned out. We're in 6th round now. The big fish, though, we got him, and he dropped to us at 18. We didn't have to trade up for him. As much as I wanted to trade up for the safety, we just couldn't do it, and that's because the Browns wanted him, and they got him. They got what they wanted, so it's okay. We are here at 6th round pick, and now the Sea Hags are offering a deal. They're offering a 6th and a 7th next year. The Dolphins are offering us a 7th and a 6th next year. And Chicago, not interested. So it would be the Seahawks pick. So let's see what we got here. So we have corner, tight end, quarterback, another quarterback, another quarterback. Holy crow. Lots of quarterbacks. Yeah, I think we might be trading. There's nothing here. Where's these trade offers I had? Open trade offers. Yeah. I'm gonna let the Seahawks have this one. There's nothing available I want. Let's get to the 7th. $234 and $240. So within 7 picks of each other, that should be good. I'm all right with that. Just way too much stuff we don't need available at that spot. So we'll let another team move up. Quarterbacks are all going off the board right now. Steelers just took 2 quarterbacks. It's like, are you kidding me? I don't believe that, but whatever. They just took a kicker. Yeah, well, nobody's as good as Big Leg Bill, Will the Thrill. And I'm being biased. He is good. So is Cam Little out of Jacksonville. All right, we're in the 7th. We have the first quarterback available. There's a tight end, receiver. We didn't pick up a receiver. We probably could use one, especially with Addison gone. We're at pick. Where are we at? What pick are we at here? 234. So this Landon Humphreys. I think we're going to double down on corner. We need corner help. So if this Humphreys drops to us, our next pick, though, nope, never mind. I was going to say if he drops to us, we'll take him, but he's gone. So 240, last pick in this draft for us. It says we need linebacker, but we already drafted a linebacker. Defensive lineman, Jordan Hall. So we're at 240. Anything we pick here is going to be a reach. Corner, receiver. Do we have linebacker? Michael Harris out of Maryland. Eric Gentry. We'll take this guy, Michael Harris. Come on down. Welcome to Minnesota. So that's going to do our draft. That was fun. Got Mr. Irrelevant coming up. We'll see how we did. Nah, we're not going to do that. That's it. That's our draft. So here's a look at what we did in the 2026 NFL draft. Jeremiah Love, number 1, dropped to us. We didn't have to trade up to get him. Tried trading up to get Caleb Downs, and couldn't get him. We tried getting him. I think it was the Browns that ended up taking him. No, excuse me. Hang on. Caleb Downs, where did he go? Excuse me, Bengals. The Bengals took him. Yeah, they wouldn't trade. So I'm surprised Love didn't go to the Cowboys and the Chiefs. They didn't take him either. So he dropped all the way to us. We got him. Got lucky. In the second round, we got Dylan Thieneman. He's a safety out of Oregon. Go Ducks. We also picked up C.J. Allen, a linebacker from Georgia Bulldogs. Picked up a Gator, center Jake Slaughter, so that solidifies that spot with Ryan Kelly possibly retiring. Or we don't get Tyler Linderbaum. Hopefully in my scenario we do get Tyler Linderbaum. But in this scenario, we drafted one anyways. Cornerback, Keontae Scott out of University of Miami. And then we picked up a tight end, Michael Trigg out of Baylor. Another corner, Ricardo Hallman out of Wisconsin, out of Badger. Michael Harris, linebacker out of Maryland. And that's it. That's the draft. I think we did pretty good. We definitely filled needs. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll do more as time goes on after the salary cap's figured out and maybe some trades are made. So if you like this episode, hit the like button. Leave a comment if you like. Subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out future projects or upgrades to the channel, please visit my Patreon. Or you can drop some in the old Cash App. You don't have to help, but any help greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out. And the vlog is over.